Hi, I'm Mark Askegaard. I farm organically south of Moorhead, Minnesota.
My name is Beth McConnon. I'm Mark's daughter and I farm organically with my dad, so I'm a 6th generation farmer.
I'm Tiff. I'm one of the owners of Laune Bread.
My name is Chris MacLeod, and I am also an owner of Laune Bread.
My name is Patrick. I'm the head miller, head baker at Bakersfield Flour and Bread here in the food building in Minneapolis.
So one of our main goals in farming that might separate us from conventional farms, being organic, is we try not only to produce healthy crops, we want the end result to be healthy people.
Bakersfield has been around for about 7 years. It's kind of the first re-entry of stone milling to the city from many, many years ago.
Our priorities are really just how do we support a local food system. And in Minnesota, a big part of that local food system is grain.
We have 2 stone mills that we use, and stone milling is really important because it keeps a lot of the nutrients and flavors intact.
Laune Bread started sourcing from Mark Askegaard in 2015. We worked with Mark in Bakersfield to have him also grow for them.
Chris from Laune Bread reached out to us, I think it was 7 years ago. When he moved to Minnesota, he thought he was going to have an abundant opportunity to source local grain, local wheat, and local flour from farmers, and he couldn't find anybody, and he reached out to us 7 years ago. He said, hey, is this something that you could do for me? Can you provide me some flour? And I said, sure, we can do that. And yeah, it's been with great pride that we're able to do it.
For Bakersfield and Laune Bread, we grow spring wheat, hard red spring wheat. And the variety that they're currently using is called Linkert, which is a variety that was developed out of the University of Minnesota.
Chris and Tiff at Laune were really interested in working with this Linkert wheat, and so they reached out to Mark Askegaard to grow it. They needed a place for it to be milled, so we're able to mill it for them.
A bakery that's not big enough to purchase this whole field, so having to work with Bakersfield to see if they would source it, store it, mill it, and also just sell it to everybody, not just us. And ultimately, everybody said yes, and it feels really empowering to have agency in a system that's really built for commodity food, and to really see in these relationships that farmers want to thrive, and they want us to thrive, and the millers want the same thing too. And so it's just like a really wonderful relationship where we're all working together.
It's really thrilling to have that active engagement within our baking community and the people that come to try the grains that are within their own state.
By working with local growers and then sourcing these things to our customers as well, we're able to show that this is a viable way to feed people.
So if we do whatever we can to improve soil health, because if the soil is healthy and we increase our organic matter, we're going to produce healthy grains, healthy products for animals and for human consumption.
With something like bread, as you are so far removed from what you're eating. And so creating relationships with farmers is just really empowering for us because we can see what they're doing, we know how they're treating their soil, but also we see the energy they put into it. And so we really value all of the ingredients that we get.
Just being able to tell our customers that we call our farmers directly up on the phone to place these orders, and there's that special human touch. It's just really invaluable, and I think that doesn't go unappreciated by people who value this kind of food.
It was great. We stopped in a Laune Bread this morning, and it was just buzzing with activity. You could see the customers were just happy, and they all had smiles on their face.
It's validating to know that we can have just a basic human interaction and relationship with each other and the food that we eat, and that it feels real and feels like a worthy cause in what we're doing.
This small network of growers and producers and bakers, building of relationships, it only feeds and sustains that motivation to continue to grow that connection.
And to make a farm really work and have that diverse crop rotation, we need to have communicative effort between consumers and farmers saying that these things are important.
Even though there's a few hundred miles of distance between us, there is a real face and a real voice that is
that is reciprocated and recognized, and knowing that just you can feel good about the decisions that all parties involved are making.